Nothing better than a beautiful view and some Chick-fil-A. Good morning, guys. I'm out here on a beautiful, brisk morning. It's just after 7 out here at my local park. Thought I'd go over my get home bag that I keep in the trunk of my car. This goes everywhere that I go, and this is kind of the more extended version of my EDC / short range get home bag, which I will post a link for you guys if you want to go and watch that. I have a lot of extra stuff in here. Obviously it's a lot bigger of a pack. This is the Kelty Red Wing 50, and the plan for me would be, if I were to have to break this bag out and start walking with it, I would take whatever items from my EDC bag, put them in here, and then start walking. So just in case you see some items and you're like, why does he have that? Why does he not have that? Just know that I would transfer some items from my EDC pack. So let's get started. So first up, on the outside of the pack, and this is really the only thing that I actually do keep on the outside of the pack, this is a Fisker's demolition tool. I would basically use this as like a breaching tool if I were forced to walk home and needed a place to shelter and whatnot. That's kind of a worst case scenario, and if I didn't need this, obviously it's got a little bit of weight to it, so I would probably just leave that in the car. If it was just a normal everyday, car's broken down and I just need to get home, I just leave this in the car. This is kind of a last case scenario deal. In the top pocket up here, and it's the only thing that I keep in here, is just a reflective safety vest. It's not all the time that you don't want to be seen. Sometimes you do want to be seen, so that's why I keep that in there. Next up, I keep a pair of 3M safety goggles, just in case you need some sort of eye protection. Keep a smushed down roll of toilet paper. I keep in a Ziploc bag so it doesn't leak the moisture everywhere. Just a little pack of kind of bath wipes in case I may be out for a day or two and you get dirty, you need to clean up, so I keep those. That's everything in there. Flip it over to the other side, and in here I've got just a small Petzl headlamp. In a little dry bag I keep a pack of wet ones, and these are flushable toilet wipes. Then I also keep a Corona saw in here. I've had another one. This is one that I haven't used much, but I do have another one that has definitely been put through the paces, but a little nice folding saw there. Okay, in the top pocket right on the top here, just kind of easy access stuff. Just keep a couple things, a small pack of Gold Bond powder. Keep your feet and other areas dry. This is my first aid kit, so we'll go over that, show you what's inside, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so these are the items that I keep in my little first aid pouch here. So I've got some rock tape. You saw this in my EDC bag. Here's a lot more though. Definitely want to protect those feet from blisters if you got to be on them for a while. I've got some alcohol prep pads for cleaning wounds and things like that. One little thing of Afterbite insect relief wipe. I'd probably get another, maybe smaller tube of hydrocortisone or something like that to kind of help with any bug bites and itching. So I've got some pain relief here, Aleve and Tylenol. I've got some Alka-Seltzer cold tablets, a small thing of dental floss, one small emergency blanket, a couple gauze rolls, some tape here, a couple of earplugs, a couple pairs of nitrile gloves, and in this little Ziploc, obviously just keep bandages, Q-tips, things like that. Now getting into the main body of the pack. Folds open pretty far, so kind of set that back and just start pulling stuff out. So got a boonie hat, keep the sun off your face and neck if you're out walking for a while. I have just one old knee brace. From time to time I do have kind of a knee issue, and especially if I'm going to be walking for a while, keep that in there. So this is just a small GSI cup. I have one that I keep with my camping gear, so this is just kind of an extra one that I put in this bag, and a small little camp type towel. And inside I keep a little military style can opener and a small scour pad to clean up any mess that I might make with the cup. This is an Outdoor Vitals. This is just a small blow up pillow. I figure if I'm going to be out, potentially walking for a couple of days and really need to rest and refresh my body, it would kind of suck having to just lay on the hard ground. So there are a few comfort items in here, and like I said, if it's a situation where I don't need some of the items, I can always just leave them in my car or leave them wherever I'm at. Not everything that's in this pack would have to stay in the pack the whole entire time. Just keep a schmog there. And this is my water kit. It's a 48 ounce Nalgene. I have one like this that's in my EDC pack that I carry every day. And as you can tell, it's got a bunch of stuff jammed in there. So we will take this stuff out. I'll show you what's inside, and then we'll keep going. Okay, so these are the items that are inside my water bottle kit here, and just strapped on the outside I do have a Platypus 1 liter water bag here. So all in all, I've got the 48 ounces here, I've got another 1 liter here, and I figure I can use one to collect and then one to put the clean water into. So here are the items that are in that kit. I've got 10 of the Catadine MicroPure tablets. I've got one little package of these UCO survival matches here. Got a Cedar Summit titanium spoon. I've got one just cutlery set from GSI Outdoors. These are kind of just plastic. The plunger for the Sawyer here to backwash it with, the Sawyer Mini, and then another collection bag for water. And then I just keep 5 of these little barbecue skewers. I figure these might be good for stirring any of the meals that I'm making or whatnot, or heck, maybe I could just come across some marshmallows and chocolate and graham crackers while I'm out and make me some little s'mores. So gotta stay positive. Next up, I keep a Columbia. This is one of the OmniHeat kind of little puffer jackets. I just keep it wrapped up in this little Ziploc bag, keep it dry. Even though we're going into summer, it can still dip down, 40s, 50s at night, and just want to make sure that you've got something to keep you warm. Next up, I've got just a small change of clothes here. This is just socks, couple pairs of socks, couple pairs of boxers, t-shirt, and a little beanie hat. So I don't want to take it all out because it's kind of a pain to get back in there, but a couple socks, couple boxers, t-shirt, and a warm hat. Next up, this is my food kit. I initially started out with a bunch of like backpacking meals, but then I figured I'd need a bigger stove and extra water to cook all this stuff in. Now there are still some in there, but I've cut down about half of what it was. So open this up, show you what's inside. So I've got a handful of peanuts here. In one of my last videos, someone commented and said I should try the unsalted peanuts just so they're not thirst-provoking. I think that's a good idea, so I might change those out for that. A few packs of these little Skippy peanut butters. For the size, they really do pack a lot of calories. They're very calorie dense, and hopefully that'll keep you going. A few of the Propel drink mixes to kind of help flavor your water. And then I got a little pack in here. It's just got some Jolly Ranchers, Starburst, Lifesavers. I've got some green teas, and then I've got some hot cocoa that was kind of left over from the winter setup that I had in here with the hot drinks and stuff, but I'd probably still leave those in there. And then I've got 1, 2, 3 of the Backpacker's Pantry meals. This isn't something that I plan on being out for weeks at a time or anything like that. This would probably be just a good few days worth of stuff, and hopefully I can ration what I have, and this would be enough to get me where I need to be. Alright, so going back to the kind of comfort items, this is just an REI sit pad. You just blow it up. It's super small. It's about the size of a soda can, doesn't hardly weigh anything, so decided I'd throw that in there. Got a Snug Pack patrol poncho. This is a very large rain poncho, and it's designed to be worn so that it drapes over your backpack. I could have this backpack on and it would drape over the backpack. It's got the extra room in there so that it's not riding up above your waist or anything. Like I said, it's designed to go over a large backpack and still provide you protection. So down at the bottom here, I have a Big Agnes sleeping pad. This is definitely a comfort item, but like I said, if I'm trying to get home and I'm out for a few days and I really just need a good rest, I've got the blow-up pillow, I've got the sleeping pad. This would really kind of help make a bad situation into a better situation by allowing me to at least get, maybe some decent sleep, not be too terribly uncomfortable. And then to cover up at nighttime, I've got a Snug Pack travel pack blanket. These are supposed to be pretty warm. I haven't tried out this particular travel pack blanket. We do have the jungle blanket, which is very similar. But this packs down pretty small. In comparison, it's pretty comparable to the size of the Nalgene, maybe just a little thicker, but that should do the trick for sleeping. And this is just kind of a miscellaneous type pouch. I've got about 50 extra rounds of 9mm in here. I've got hand warmers, toe warmers, body warmers. I've got this Instafire fire starter pack. I kind of keep these in my other camping gear and bags and things like that. That's a little easier to start a fire with that. Keep a small roll of the Gorilla Tape. One of these Exotac candles. I've got a smaller one and another one of my packs. These are pretty good. Just a few extra batteries, some AA's and some AAA's. The AAA's are for my headlamp, and AA's in case I just need some item that has a AA battery in it. Keep a little Bushnell monocular here in case you need to scope out what's ahead. One of these little Eton crank radios with the, basically useless solar panel on the side with the flashlight. I don't really need any of those features. I do carry, multiple lighting options on my person, so I don't really need that, but it just comes with it. So I've got a handful of the glow sticks here. I carry these everywhere. I mean, it's always nice to have these kind of illuminating options. This is just a small dry bag in case I need to put anything in it, clothes or anything like that, to keep it protected from the rain. Just a little basic Mora knife here. Keep 100 feet of the 550 paracord. I just like to keep a fresh bundle in here. I've got some other ones at home that are just kind of loose ends and things that I've used before, but I like to keep just a nice fresh bundle in here. And last item in this one is the SOL survival blanket. I've taken this out and used it before and tried to pack it back up in there pretty good. It's decent if you just need a ground cover or something to sit on without, getting muddy or whatever. Just kind of a nice little deal to have. I wouldn't use this to, try to make a shelter like the picture here or anything like that. It's basically just kind of for a ground tarp kind of an idea. So that is it inside the bag, except for these last two items, which I know may be a little excessive, but I'll explain that. So I've got two very large Missouri, Kansas maps here, and I live right outside of Kansas City. And for those who aren't terribly familiar, there is a Kansas City, Missouri and a Kansas City, Kansas. They're just split by the state line, obviously. And I used to travel pretty far into both states for work, so I kind of figured I would get a very detailed type map. And what I did was I went through and plotted from the places that I would drive out in each of these states and kind of plotted my route home if I were to end up having to walk from, somewhere that was several hundred miles away, which definitely wouldn't be ideal, but this was kind of what I wanted to do, just to be a little bit more prepared with that. And I'm not really driving that far anymore, so I'll probably get rid of these and just get a basic kind of detailed Kansas City metro area map. But this is what I had before. So these are nice maps. They show a lot of extra details on here, some back roads, recreation sites, campground, fishing options. That way, if you do have to end up walking, then you have the option to, go through a campground, go through a rec site. You're not having to just stick to the roads the whole time. So they might have some additional amenities and things like that you can take advantage of. So hope you guys enjoyed it. Please feel free to leave me any comments, questions, suggestions. I really appreciate all the interaction that I got out of my EDC bag video. You guys were awesome on that, so definitely keep it up. I really appreciate it. And I'm just a regular guy. I'm a new channel, so I really appreciate the support. And if you guys like what I'm doing here and would like to see more of that, because I've definitely got plenty more to offer, please consider subscribing. That would really help me out a lot. So thank you so much for your time. We'll catch up next time.